How's it going, everyone? ND Sean 45 coming at you on this beautiful Saturday morning. That time of year has officially arrived. College football season is underway, and that means it's time for Notre Dame football. You know, it's unbelievable, people. It's hard to imagine that I'm about to enter my 8th season of doing these Notre Dame videos here on YouTube. Where has the time gone? It's unbelievable how fast time flies when you're having a good time. Maybe it's just something that happens as you get older. I don't know. But anyway, people, this setup right here of how I've been doing my videos recently, it's not what I had planned to do to start the season. But the thing is, until I get a new laptop, this setup right here is how it's going to have to be for now. But I can't complain. You know, it's actually not a bad setup doing these videos in my car. So, but anyway, getting right into it, people. Tomorrow night, the Irish kick off the 2016 campaign in a rematch from last year against the Texas Longhorns down in Austin. Now, of course, the last time these two teams got together, it was last season. We all know what happened then. The Irish had a great night that night, taking out the Longhorns no problem by the final score of 38-3. Great night for me, and that night was a lot of fun. But on a side note, the last time these two teams got together down in Austin was back in 1996. I remember this very well. It was probably one of my favorite memories. I was 10 years old at the time, and the Irish beat the Longhorns down in Texas that year by the final score of 27-24 on a Jim Sanson field goal in the closing seconds. Great time. I remember my grandmother went absolutely nuts when Sanson nailed that field goal. But the thing is, that was then, and even including last year, that was then, this is now. Okay? As much as I loved that 38-3 victory last year in South Bend, this Texas team has gotten a lot better. And I know we haven't officially seen that yet, but in college football, a year is a long time, and there's a lot of differences that can be made in a year's time. As much as I would love to see a similar outcome like last year, I just don't see that happening this year. I would love it if it did. If we won, 38-3 again, I would love it, but I just do not see it happening because this is a Texas team that I feel has gotten better. I mean, Charlie Strong is a great coach. He knows what he's doing, and he knows how to get his guys motivated, that's for sure. And plus, he did inherit a little bit of a mess left over from Mac Brown down at Texas. But, the Irish, they're going to be coming into a hostile environment. Austin, that stadium is always very loud. It's always very ruckus, very hostile. So we're going to have our work cut out for us. But keys to victory for the Irish in this one. And the thing is, with both Malik Zaire and Deshaun Kaiser playing in this game, I have no problem with it. That's a good problem to have when you have two quarterbacks who both have talent, who both have some experience. Malik, maybe not obviously not as much as Deshaun, but it's a good problem to have. But keys to victory for the Irish in this one, it all starts with, believe it or not, the atmosphere. Regardless of how we start this game, whether it's on offense or defense, we've got to make an impact right away to take that crowd out of the game. I think that's the big key factor from the start. Find a way to take that crowd out of the game, whether it's in the first score or getting a stop on defense to open the game. That's going to be huge because that's going to set the tone. Second key to victory is our defense. Now, I'm not so much worried about our defensive line because we've got some very talented and big hog molly type guys on that defensive line. But the question mark that I have at this point is our linebacking core and our defensive backs and safeties and corners. Losing Max Redfield in that secondary did hurt, but I think Drew Tranquill and Devin Studstill are two guys that are ready to step up to the plate. Cole Luke and I believe Sean Crawford has nailed down the other starting corner position. All those guys, they're inexperienced. Well, not with the exception of Cole Luke and Drew Tranquill, but all of those guys are going to need to step up. Niles Morgan, James Awanalu, Tavon Coney. Now's their time to shine. They've got to find a way to shut down Tyler Swoops, Shane Buechele, whoever starts at quarterback for the Longhorns. Also, they have a very good, talented running back in Deonta Foreman. So we got to find a way to get some penetration and shut these guys down. Because even though Shane Buechele hasn't seen any action yet at the college level, I've heard a lot of good things about him. And this kid is talented. And even with the same with Swoops, if he has the right kind of guys around him, he can be a dangerous threat. So got to step up in the secondary on defense and our linebacking core. Third key to victory. Offensive line, got to step up to the plate. Texas has a beast linebacker in Malik Jefferson who can wreak havoc. Got to pick him up. Have to know where he's at. Other than that, we just got to do our thing. I'm very confident in our offense. Very confident in Tarian Folston, which, welcome back, by the way, Mr. Folston. We missed you last year. But Josh Adams needs to continue to do his thing as well. Now is his time in particular to really shine, step up from what he did last year, which his freshman year was unbelievable. So the sky's the limit for both these guys. Get that two-headed monster going. And again, with the quarterback situation, I'm very fine with it. Whoever, if Kelly wants to split reps between Deshaun and Malik the whole time, I'm fine with that. Both these guys know what they're doing. And I pointed this out in my season preview, but the one key thing to look out for is, aside from Torrey Hunter, who's going to be the one to step up at wide receiver? In my particular opinion, I think it's going to be Equanimus St. Brown. Now is his time to get some significant playing time, but also look out for Miles Boykin as well. So it's not a matter of if we have the talent, it's a matter of who. Who's going to be the next one to step up behind Torrey Hunter's leadership? So if everything goes according to plan, we're able to follow the game plan, execute properly, take the crowd out of it, pick up Malik Jefferson, and just execute properly. I know I still haven't figured this out, how to stop repeating myself, but you guys are used to it. But if everything goes according to plan, no, I don't see a blowout in this game, but I do see a Notre Dame victory. So my final score prediction for this game: the Irish off to a great start with a 30-20 victory over the Texas Longhorns down in Austin. So with that said, guys, this is ND Sean 45 signing off. And as always, God bless and go Irish, beat Longhorns.